Watch and burn.
Hey everybody, so tonight I want to discuss the only Weezer album that I fully love. I mean, I kind of like Pinkerton, it has its moments. Tired of Sex is on there, but this is their first album, otherwise known as the Blue Album, and this is the only complete Weezer album that I have ever loved. I remember when they made that big comeback in the early 2000s or whatever with the Green Album or whatever, and fuck, I hated that thing. And it just, Weezer, I know they're loved by like millions of people, so I don't want to bash them, but this record's perfect. And then Pinkerton had flashes of the same genius on it, and then that was it for Weezer until I think the Green Album a number of years later. And yeah, I don't know. This record is amazing. Everything else is sort of really spotty. Pinkerton's spotty, and then the Green Album forward, I just don't care. Now, this record is like one of the easiest records that I have ever fallen in love with. I think most people do feel that way about this album. I mean, Undone, the Sweater Song's on here. Buddy Holly, for anybody that got a PC circa 1995, 1996 that was therefore running Windows 95, you will remember the video for Buddy Holly because that shipped standard with the, I think, the home edition. Well, assuming there were home editions / professional editions back of Windows 95, I don't remember. But this shipped with the standard edition of Windows 95 as a way of showing Windows video capabilities. And so you got a new PC, you got the video for Buddy Holly from Weezer. It's a cool video to throw back to the Happy Days, or to the show Happy Days, sorry. It's a great song. That's on here too. Now, as of 2023, if I never heard Buddy Holly again, I would be just fine with that. Surf Wax America is on here, which the first time I heard this album was way back, and I had a taped copy that I got off a buddy of mine, and he had Surf Wax America labeled as Surf War America, and because that was technically the most aggressive song on the record, I thought it made sense, so we all went around calling it Surf War America. Until I remember there was this chick I went to school with at some point. She was like, Surf War? She's like, it's Surf Wax. And I fought her on it. Because I'm like, no, it's got to be Surf War. Because, you know, you take your car to work, I'll take my board, and it's sort of like this battle thing. And the song's all, like, sped up. And it's, like, the speediest, most aggressive song on the album. So it's got to be Surf War. And she's like, trust me, it's Surf Wax. And I'm like, no. Trust me, it's Surf War. It's Surf Wax. I mean, I don't even know what the hell happened to that girl. I looked like an idiot. I fought her on it, and then, like, here I am now. It's Surf Wax. So, yeah, In the Garage is on here. Say It Ain't So is on here. My Name is Jonas is on here. Every song on here is great, and that is rare when you find an album that clicks that completely. I mean, there have been records that have done that to me before. Off the top of my head, Neil Young's Greendale, Hank Three's A Fiendish Threat, fuck anything from the Dead Kennedys, Bad Religion's No Control, Against the Grain, and Suffer. You know, there's a lot more than that, too, but just off the Prodigy's Experience, Music for the Jilted Generation. I really love No Tourists. I loved every song on that, too. So, yeah, there have been other records where every song was amazing, but have they all withstood the test of time? Yeah, I think they have. People still really like the Kennedys. But this record is massive. This is like one of the biggest records from the mid-90s that is still as culturally significant now, and it's still just as much fun now as it was a million years ago, back when, you know, you would have a PC running Windows 95. And I don't know, this record is just, when I think about this record, it just makes me smile, because it's like a big chunk of my early teen years just summed up so perfectly. And with, God damn, this record is oozing with pop perfection. And that is the one thing I can always give Rivers Cuomo and company, is they do have an uncanny understanding of the world of pop music. I just hate the band. I can't stand Rivers. He just doesn't know how to answer a question. And he gets on my nerves, too, because he's sort of pretentious, and he went to Harvard and goes on and on. Or at least he used to go on and on about it. It's kind of like, oh, fuck off. I don't care. Nobody does. It's like fucking Tom Morello. Shove it up your ass. But yeah, he's annoying in interviews, and there's nothing worse than that when you get into a band and then the band gives one-word answers to fucking questions that people are asking them. Whatever. Look, I'm going to stop talking. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for... Damn thing, that shook again. Oh yeah, that really shakes. Should probably stop doing it. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed Weezer's first and absolutely perfect album from, I think, like 94, 95, and that is Weezer, otherwise known as the Blue Album. Like always, if you like this review, or you like this record, or you think I'm an asshole for saying the shit I said about Rivers, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is a much better place because you are in it. I stuttered there because I see somebody walking up the dark parking lot towards me, and I assume they're coming to kill me. Have a good night.